Okay, that's the top of the hour, so let's get into it. So this is Viscera cleanup detail. Uh, I'm I'm going to assume people know what this game is because it's been sort of a classic or cult classic. No, it's not even a cult classic, is it? It's just something that was very widely spread for a while. Um, and that's for good reason, really. Yeah, I'm sure you do, player. Um, so I am planning to stream for 3 hours as standard. Uh, that may vary a bit depending on how long a session actually takes. So I don't want to leave anything half done. Like if it's close, I might just say good enough and finish it. But if it's nowhere near, I'll want to get it done. And for the same reason, if one zone takes 2.5 hours, I'm not going to start a second. um, so we'll find out how long I'm actually streaming for today. But with that said, I am playing solo. The the multiplayer is probably the best part of this game, but I'm going to just be streaming solo today. In the future, I might organize some co-op with someone. I don't know. Um, shouldn't take too long, you say? Yeah. So, let's have a look at. Yeah, so average length 1.5 hours, 1 hour, 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 3 hours. I am going to take longer than the average length because I'm not just going to clear all the um, clear all the corpses and blood and bullet shells. I'm planning to stack all the boxes, fix all the bullet holes, do any repairs necessary, barrels as well as boxes, obviously. I will be collecting, noting, and registering the causes of deaths for each of the employees found. Um, what other data is there? I'm not going to bother with bullet shell estimate or number of items burned. That takes way too long. I'm probably not going to bother with number of aliens present. Just because that can be a bit obscure and it's not really something that's worth the time. But I'm going to do all the hard work. So let's just see if I can scroll to find something I've actually done. Okay, it looks like the only thing. Oh no, there's one. Athena's Wrath. So, top of the list, I suppose. But the one map that I've actually put time into took me 2 hours, and I got 126% completion. That was all of the blood, all of the soot stains, all of the bullet holes, all the things stacked, all of the death causes of death. I counted the number of shells. I counted the number of alien or non-human corpses. I did everything, and that took 2 hours. Waste disposal, I also did everything. 121%. 3 hours. So, I'm not going to do everything. Let's start with... Let's go for see if I can find one that's got 2 hours. Overgrowth, average length 2 hours. So, hopefully... No, let's go for 2.5. So if I scroll back up and look for 2.5 hours, penumbra. So I think if I go for a 2.5 hour average length, that should get me around 3 hours total for the stream. We'll be getting it eventually. Yeah, I'm always up for some co-op with people. Well, not always. There are times where I'm feeling like I just want to shut myself away, but I tend to be interested so long as I've got the time for things. It has been a little while since I've played this, so I'm going to be a bit rusty on the controls, but shouldn't be a problem really. It's not like there's any quick reaction necessary. Let's see, so the brief. While mystery shrouds the events that led to the demise of the research team investigating this abandoned facility, it is still your responsibility to ensure that the fallout is handled with confidence. It should probably be mentioned that the facility is very low on power, and as such, you will be required to provide your own means of lighting in the pursuit of your duty. Oh boy, nothing else. So we're going to be stuck with these crummy lights. So 2 are my hands. So these... I thought these were flares, but they are not doing anything. Oh, that's... Right from the get-go. I was going to say let's be careful with this until we find something that can make new light sources. But I guess not. Oh, that's incredible. Okay, we're going to be tracking a lot of blood around until we find light, and I'm not going to bother trying to collect anything. Will this cast light? Not really. No more than it already is. There's my locker. Ah, okay. Wait, why am I... The enlightening new solar flare. If it's light you want, look no further than the new solar flare. With this new ionized adronium phosphorus, its brightness rivals that of the recent Sirius supernova event. There's no place where the sun won't shine. Available in singles and bulk. Okay. Did you actually vend a flare for me? I don't think it did. These... Okay, so that's where the punch out is. So I feel like the site lights are going to be the most valuable things, but let's... How do you even use a flare? I don't actually know how he throws it. I swear I just... heard something grumbling at me. But as far as I know, there should not be anything alive. Okay, so worksite lights, very valuable. They are going to be lighting up pretty much everything for me, and of note, they won't be breaking so easily. So let's get this pointed in front of me and try to find a source of buckets. Because I'm definitely going to need plenty of water. That's the bucket machine. I feel like maybe Penumbra was not the best choice for a stream, because a lot of it's just going to be trying to deal with light sources. You know what? We are very early in this. Rather than stream something as finicky as this with all the light sources, let's find something that won't just be darkness for you. Unearthly excavation. Let's go with this. This way you will actually be able to see what's happening. Let's see for the brief. Unicorp officials will be inspecting the site this week, so work with haste to clean, sanitize, and neaten the facility. Failure to complete it will be result in termination. Do not be alarmed by any residual entities or artifacts that remain as a result of the events. It is your duty to conduct yourself professionally despite such obstructions. Okay. Yes, we can actually see with this one. That's going to be a lot better. Okay, as with every session of this, the first task is buckets. Don't spill the bucket. Nothing can be achieved without buckets. So I'm going to start with this starting room, which is actually kind of unusual, I think, but in this case, the starting room is actually a closed room, so there's not going to be any need to track blood and such through here. So I'll be able to clean up the area without making a huge amount of mess. Okay, so I've cleaned enough blood to be able to... Right, the other thing I need to work out. Where is my disposal? I think it might be this. Yes, okay. So, I will be disposing of things by tossing them into the pit, or the maw. So that's it. So disemboweled, beheaded. Okay, so William Schlod. What was my... this? William Schlod. So, beheaded, eviscerated. We'll have to find out what else, I suppose. Okay, I'm just going to track some blood while I clean this up. I'm going to say eaten. Did that just make more mess? Does this thing throw up if I feed it too quickly? Also eaten for William Schlod. This might not be the intended disposal mechanism. Because if this thing throws up after eating a set amount, then it's going to be problematic. As it will if it throws up after eating too quickly. Because if I carry a bucket full of giblets, then it's going to just throw them all up again. It is just throwing up. Okay, yeah, let's see what happens when it doesn't care about the TNT. Okay. So I'm starting to think maybe that's not how I'm meant to clean up or dispose of corpses. Because if that thing's going to throw up, and it did throw up actual bits and pieces I saw, so it's not helping, really. I'm trying to clear a path around here, but enter code. Okay, I'm going to have to... Oh. Can have some music going. So I'm going to need to find some sort of notice, right? Something that would tell me what the code would be. Okay. Something is going seriously wrong. We broke through into the main chamber 2 days ago, and now my best friend is acting really weird. Sure, he was always wacko, but this is ridiculous. Just this morning he tried to choke me, like for real. Man, this is turning into Aegis 7 into the Aegis 7 incident, and God knows the company couldn't handle another one of those. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I want a raise. Given the way things are going, I'm changing the storage gate code to 1795. Okay. There's the code I needed. 1795. This is still a little loud for me. That should be good. There we go. So I'm going to I'm going to have a run around the facility and see if I can find a proper incinerator. Something just exploded. That is a point. Why is there more music playing? This one. Oh. I think the TNT I fed to this thing finally exploded. It's fine, but this corpse was not in this state before, and the flares are lit now. And that man is very upset. Okay, so before I forget that this was not the original state, Julia Haggard. Julia Haggard. She was, I believe, bisected and dismembered. I don't think they were beheaded before. Probably were eviscerated, though. Yep. There are 2 heads here. Why are there 2 heads in this corner? Well, whatever. Back to... no, that's the door thing. Back to trying to find out if there's an actual furnace. I see the furnace. Okay. Oh boy. We are going to have to start from this room, I think. Start here, work outwards. So, Maurice Frou-Frou. Maurice was bisected, dismembered, not beheaded, he was eviscerated, there's a lot of blood spatter, but I don't... okay, yeah, from the shape of this spatter on the wall here, which I don't know if you can actually see clearly, I am going to say slashed for Maurice. Or sliced. I think that's what one of the terms. Considering how much blood is on this fence, I'm also going to add impact. I'm not going to be too concerned with 100%. I'm going to try to get the things I can see, but if I get bits wrong, I'm fine with that. Hang on, that was a pair of arms. Maurice has his arms. Whose arms were those? Where? What? Where? Where did the arms come from? I am concerned. Were they your arms? No, there are 4 arms here and only 2 corpses. Did someone get eaten and have their arms left up here? Fours, hello. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm very confused by the existence of arms and no body. That pair of legs down there... No, those legs probably belong to this body. God. Oh no. Well, you don't get moments like this in any other game, I can tell you that. That will kill me. I will show you. I have been devoured. And I come back as a fresh janitor. So... that was... something. Okay, tell you what. I am going to disregard the existence of those arms. Not my problem. If I can't find an ID around the area, then nobody ever existed. As far as I am concerned, those arms were just minding their own business and I incinerated them for it. They deserved it, they got in my way. So, let's... okay. I'm probably going to later on find like a torso sticking out of a wall or something. Something messed up like that. And I won't remember those arms by that time. I suppose I won't really need to know about the arms. All I need to know is if I find an ID card and there are no arms there, they were dismembered. That's all the janitor needs to know. I am a dutiful janitor and I don't concern myself with matters that the mortal mind cannot comprehend. Is that? That looks like a seam in the map, but it might just be a bit of... No, that absolutely looks like a seam in the map, but it's... I guess it's just meant to be uneven flooring. Sounds about right. Get my sniffer. So I think this corner's pretty good. Clean up the rest of this wall. Why am I trailing blood? When did I step in blood? Is there some in this shadow? Nothing hidden behind metal panel, you can stay there. Acquire broom. Broom is useless. I suppose you can use brooms to sort of shuffle shell casings around, but it's more likely to just scatter them. If it's time efficiency you want, you sort of You sort of have to just collect shells and put them into a bucket. Speaking of, I need to go get myself another bucket now. This way. Hello, give bucket. So, you may think it would normally be smart to start from the bucket machine, but I like to start from... Oh my. Okay. Not my fault. The body was already like that. Yeah, I like to start from the incinerator so that I can... Why am I starting from the incinerator when I'm going to be carrying corpses up to it and spreading blood? Whatever, I'm just going to do it anyway. No, I want the Dr. Mercero. I can't read my... Hang on. Let's face away from... towards the light. Dr. Mercero. I presume there will be some document somewhere I can find that will have the first name for this person. You hear animals in the background. If they're real animals, then you're either hearing my cat or some birds outside. If you're hearing weird squelchy noises, that's the E.T. mouth over there. So, Dr. Mercero. You were eviscerated and fell down the stairs. I feel like that's pretty much it. Eviscerated, fell, maybe impact. Whoops. Okay, so... apparently the keybind I have for switching scenes is going to sometimes be problems with this game. I'm just going to try my best to not have that be a problem. I've just remembered another thing with this game is I think characters can be possessed. Looking at this face, I think this one might have been possessed, so that's Dr. Mercero. So if I'm remembering that wrong, we'll find out once I actually go to put information in. This one I can't see the face, so I will presume they are not possessed, but where is your ID? There it is. Timothy Sunderson. Slashed. They started down there. I don't. If they were marks on the corpse, I don't think that shows like anything. I think for slashed you have to go by blood spatter. Anything that's present on the corpse, I think will be... I don't even know if that possessed thing counts. If that's even something. It would usually be things like missing limbs, the body is cut in half. These bits of intestine and entrails, I think, are an indication of the eviscerated status. So there are blood spatters all along this wall. And bullet holes. So I am going to actually add that Mercero was shot. I don't know if that's even a thing. Timothy Sunderson. Bisected. So that's for... Get out of the ground, Timothy. He's stuck in the ground. This is bad news. Get out of the ground. Please exit the terrain. I might have to drag Timothy into the court. Oh, and it's throwing up everywhere. Oh dear. Well, at least I got rid of Timothy. And now there are giblets everywhere. Ah. Okay, so Timothy was bisected, eviscerated. He did have one arm missing, so dismembered. I don't think the blood spatter indicates slashed or sliced or whatever it is. I can put his tag into here. Yeah, the game definitely got one up on me. Timothy did not want to depart from the ground, and that caused a lot of mess. Very unfortunate time. You are burning, yes. Okay, so Shen Gorm. Shen Gorm. Bisected. Dismembered. Eviscerated. Possessed. Because this head definitely looks quite green. I think that's... because his legs are down there, so he was not eaten. So that should be Shen Gorm. I'm making so much mess. But thus is the way of the game. You sort of have to accept that you're going to spread a lot of blood while you're clearing up the corpses. If you don't, you've done a very good job. It's not easy to avoid making mess, because even if you're very careful about it, sometimes the things will just not behave and they'll smack around when you don't want them to. I should also probably close the other end of the furnace, because if I leave that open, there's a slim chance that I accidentally... Oh, okay, hang on. Go clean my mop. Yeah, so with with the back of the furnace open, there was a slim chance that I'd go to put something in and just drop it out the other end, which would not be productive. That bucket is no longer useful. It's a long and slow process, this game, but if you have the patience for it, it's quite cathartic, just to do your slow work through. If it's something you enjoy, I also heartily recommend... I need to not clear that blood, because that's sign of someone being dragged. Yeah, I also heartily recommend Power Wash Simulator. It's much less gruesome than this, and you're not going to end up making more mess by mistake, so that's a lot nicer. Plus it's much more small scale jobs that you work on. You get a nice quick playthrough of your cleaning process with snapshots from various stages. So you may spend a while cleaning something, then come on, get it. Then once you've finished the job, it'll show you the before and after, basically. Give you nice little bit of happiness from seeing a job well done. Yes, there is also co-op in Power Wash. I've not tried it myself, but I do kind of want to at some point. Like it's a game that works excellently by itself as a solo thing, or by yourself, but it has, as a cooperative game, it's a sort of chill thing where you're not really worrying too much about the game, you're just hanging out with your friend and the game provides you something that you can do while you're there. And that's something that I find real cool. Bishop. Okay, I avoid falling in the mouth. That's the most important part. Just run circles for a moment to clean my feet. There we go. I see that footprint. There's also a blood stain up here. Again, I don't think I'm even touching the... Like, I have the change to that bound as shift space, right? I don't think I'm pressing the shift button. I honestly don't know what's going on with that. Like, I don't think that's something I'm pressing as an instinct thing. Like, There's no sprinting in this game. You run by default. Holding shift slows you down to walk. So I'm not really pressing it. I'm only jumping. So unless there's some issue where my shift key is getting stuck or something, I don't see why I would be changing scene. It should not be happening. When I'm typing the personal notes... Huh, okay. So I guess I'm typing too quickly. And... yeah, so I hit space and then add a capital letter in for each thing. Oop. That's typoed, possessed. So I guess I'm typing too quickly. I need to make sure that I let go of space before I start typing the next thing. That might resolve the issue. Mission log from Alien Control Squad, Alienators. Find out what happened at the dig site. Lay down the law with bullets. Communication with the excavation team ceased over a week ago. We want you to go down there and find out what's going on. Be alert, as our last contact revealed some very unusual reports. Oops. That was from Samson Slater. Well, into the incinerator. Okay. Let's... Eduardo Fordo. Eduardo Fordo. Fordo. Is that AUX? Fordo. There we go. So, you were beheaded, dismembered, eviscerated, bisected. Typing, please. Beheaded, dismembered, eviscerated, bisected. I think that's all for Eduardo. So let's go take this up to the check-in thing. Dr. Mercero, my chief psychologist. My results are truly worrying. My patients exhibit serious symptoms of mental capacital breakdown and psychosis within 72 hours of exposure to the heart of the dig site. One miner, Mr. Anderson, was able to escape his restraints and run straight into one of the mysterious sand traps that appeared just the other day. We are not equipped to deal with a medical emergency of any kind. This simply can't go on much longer. I've already had to restrain Mr. Johnson and over 7 other patients to girders, scaffolds, pipes, and anything I can. Okay, so that's a Mr. Anderson eaten. And Anderson eaten. I don't know if I'll actually have any way to submit that information, but if I find just a stray ID card for one Mr. Anderson, I will know what happened to him. Those legs got a little bit jiggy for a moment, but they have calmed down. I think I'm going to take the legs next, just in case they decide to phase through the universe. I could do this in a single trip, or maybe two, by using storage bins. Load everything into a box like that, and just take the box up. But that... I mean, A, you still have to take the time to carefully load everything in, and B, physics doesn't always like having a lot of things crammed into a small space. So if you're carrying a box with like 6 pieces of organs in it and an arm sticking out the top, sometimes the box will just decide to jump and throw everything out, and that just sends blood everywhere. So, while it's things that are relatively close to the disposal, like these, I'm quite okay with just carrying them myself. Why do I keep finding bloody footprints up here? I'm not walking through any blood, or there'd be trails of footprints rather than just one footprint each time. Okay. It's going to need fresh water. Oh, you know what I can do? For this I will change to the BRB screen, because I'm going to have to minimize that for a moment. If I change off studio mode, then I should, if I now do... There we go. I think I accidentally ended the stream for a moment there. But we are back. Okay. Sorry for the inconvenience. I should have prevented accidentally going to the BRB again. It shouldn't happen again. The stream ending and starting will also not happen again, because I'm not going to touch any of those buttons for the rest of this stream. And for those watching on YouTube, you probably won't even notice the stream. No, you might notice a bit of a cut in the video, because it's going to have a cut to my dialogue where the stream stopped recording for a couple of seconds. Now I've sort of been going into no thoughts head empty mode for a bit here. Have I just taken basically an entire corpse up here and not taken note of the name or anything, or was that just random giblets? I'm going to pretend it was just random giblets. It's not like I lose if I don't keep perfect track of everything, it's just that I want to try and be precise, but I'm not going to freak out if I can't be. Slow and steady gets the job done. This is dripping, so if I use it, it will spread more alien slime around. There we go. God, there are times where there's a bit of a smear on something and you just can't get it off, and that's usually because that smear is connected to a blood spatter on some other surface that's been stretched out to where you're looking. And that can be problematic, trying to work out where you need to clean. I'm real quick gonna try and clear a little bit of a path. I just saw an ID go flying. Was that the ID, or was there another one? I'm going to presume this ID was for this person. And, okay, this ID up here was for this person. I hope. Hope and pray. Because that's all I can do. And with that, I've secured a way up and down these stairs. Those were slice marks. I've just erased some slice marks. I need to work out Dick Edkinson. Dick Edkinson. Sliced. Bisected. Eviscerated. Bisected. Eviscerated. Okay. Oh, I'm all bloody again. Clean mop. These are the drag mark. Aha, okay. Carter Pablo. Carter Pablo. Dragged. And the rest of him is over there. It looks like he was eaten. Probably. God damn it, and I'm all bloody again. Let's get a new bucket. And this bucket we will take with us so that I don't have to walk all the way down there and trail blood back to the machine anytime I need another one. I guess I should probably take Carter's ID to okay, Carter was eaten, eviscerated, dismembered, I'm going to say. Dragged, eaten, eviscerated, dismembered. Let's just make sure I'm not tracking blood and take this up to the checkout. A lot of the cause of death stuff in this game feels like guesswork. There are clues for pretty much everything. Like some of it's really obscure, but the clues exist, and that's all you really need to know at first. I mean, admittedly, I've only played 2 levels, so I'm also basically at first stage of this. I know there are big secret chains that I've not made any progress on, and there's all sorts of stuff to understand. You can eat this. It does not like eating inorganics. Okay. So yeah, like I've basically only scratched the surface of this game. There's so much depth to it. All sorts of hidden stuff. Let's actually use the bucket for this, because this is a lot of entrails. So long as we don't stick anything big in there, like a torso piece, I think we'll be able to keep the bucket under control. Mr. Isaac Barker. Isaac Barker. Eviscerated. That looks sort of like an impact on the wall there. Very eviscerated. The intestines do not stop happening. I just want that note. I didn't sign on for this shit. I thought we'd be mining, not digging up some alien's fucking living room. There better be some good shit in there. I want the damn cut we were promised for this operation. A supposedly rich operation, with deposits as big as my grandma's corns. We're about to break through. I guess I better be there. Finders keepers. Okay. Well, all you found was either a diseased or cursed artifact, I guess. Because none of you are alive anymore. You all went crazy. get rid of this. Actually, let's load that into the bucket, and this is where having a walk button is very important. You do not want to be running with a full bucket like that. Running will make the physics very angry at you. You are just asking for trouble if you do. Damn it, there's another piece. I think that was all the... Well, that was at least most of the intestines around, so that's nice. Let us clean up Mr. Barker now, I suppose. Whose shoulder is this? Ah, well. Not my problem. It is nobody's shoulder now. Mr. Barker, come with me. Let me look at your face. You don't look all gaunt and possessed, so you can just go as you are. I don't need to note anything else down. Goodbye. Let me know if the view bobbing becomes problematic. I can turn that off at any time. Because I imagine... Actually, I should just turn that off, I suppose, just in case, because that sort of thing can cause some motion sickness for people. So I'm going to just take action to make sure nobody has any problems.
Yeah, because Charlie's lying on the mat.
Let's see. That's... that... that's a foot. Something here is a foot. Well, you already know what was afoot. There was some sort of alien artifact that drove everyone crazy and got them all killed. Nothing too special about that. Happens at pretty much every worksite in this game. Well, no. The reason for everyone getting killed... Dang it! The reason everyone gets killed varies significantly. Sometimes aliens did it, sometimes mercenaries did it, or a single crazy person, or a disease or curse like this time. Oh dear. Give me that. There is no point questioning how limbs get inside the bucket machine. They just do. They don't belong to anyone. It's not my problem, so long as I don't let them spread blood. Let's burn this empty bucket, get it out of the way. Geez, there's a lot of intestines in this map. They do not want to make it easy for you. which I guess is fair. They really just don't want to make it easy for you. They want to give you a task to do. I am just ignoring the bullet shells for now, yes. That's mostly because they don't cause any further mess. I'm not too concerned with anything that won't add more work to do for now. I want to get them to start with anything that can make more mess and then clean up the rest. See, there's even more bits of person around here, but they don't belong to that guy. They don't belong to the people up there. I'm not seeing any ID card. Oh, I stepped in something. I'd like to know if there's an ID card that all these pieces belong to. Where did that come from? Was that inside a rock? Yeah, it'd be nice if I could work out who all these parts belong to, because I kind of want to be able to note down who it was that was dismembered and eviscerated like this. But I'm not finding anything. Oops. It might be around the other side, which I'm not going to try and cross across this gap, because the way this section is moving makes me think that's not real. I would just fall through it or slide off it. That's dirty mop. That's now dirty water. So let's go get rid of that before it causes problems. I don't think I have a limit set to the amount of blood splatters. So once I've got a dirty mop, using it on anything will create more mess infinitely. What? Oh, the bucket tipped over, but that's fine. And a very dirty bucket like that one tipping over when it's not in the incinerator will create a very dense amount of mess. Like to the point where it'll take several goes to actually clean it. Like I might have to wash my mop once or twice to do so. So you kind of want to make sure you don't have any buckets like that just sitting around. It can cause problems. Like this. I should not have left this sitting here. If I kicked it at any point, that could have just caused a headache. But you can see that we're making progress, for sure. We've gone from... Okay, this... damn it. Okay, just drop that with that body. It's fine. Yeah, this area is clearly not so progressed, but the area that we've been working on, this is nice and clean. I think I see a... Here, you eat this. Thankfully, that was only a little bit dirty. Okay, I think at this point I might start cleaning up this room. Or, no. This room up here. Oh, there's a bucket here. Yes. So, clearing up this room is just going to open pathways. Hang on, how many corpses are right here? 1, 2, 3? Okay, Gek Pablo. Gek Pablo. I'm going to presume that's this one, so he's bisected, dismembered, eviscerated. Bisected, dismembered, eviscerated. Move that over here so that it's clear. Stout Johnson. Stout Johnson. Bisected, dismembered. That's beheaded as well, and probably eviscerated. Beheaded, eviscerated. That they're piled up like this. I'm going to make a note that these three were piled up. So that, because there might be something for cases where they've been moved but not evidently dragged. Carter Hafyorm. Carter Hafyorm. Beheaded, bisected, eviscerated, dismembered. Looks possessed, as does the Stout Johnson. Have to get a look at Mr. Pablo's face for that. Let's move this over here. Mr. Oh, this body isn't lifting. Please stop. Okay. I'm just going to... Hang on. I can get an angle. Can't see the face, so presuming not anything. So Dick Edkinson I've already done everything for, right? Yes. Continue piling these up there, just there, so that I know where they are. And I'm going to start by taking the current box of body parts up to the incinerator. Any neighbours hearing something like that said would be very concerned. Just get games like this just cause concern for the public. let's hope Okay, I'm not going to try and put torso pieces in the box. Limbs can go in because they will either be small or folded up, but a torso like this is not going to play nicely, so I'm just going to carry that directly. Organs. Torso. You go incinerate right away. Hello. Inbox, please. I'll give that data pad a read in a moment. Don't jump in there. Oof. You don't have any sort of air control in this game. Once you've jumped, you've jumped. So if you mess it up, you're just going to go where you're going. It's not up to you anymore. Okay, Stout Johnson. I'm officially halting the mining today. We found something down there that shouldn't be. Our early scans indicated rich metal deposits, but we've stumbled upon something the scans didn't pick up, some sort of stone architecture. I'm no archaeologist, and I couldn't care less, but if administration gets wind of this, and we didn't call it in, we're all in deep shit. I've ordered the miners to start digging out the area, taking care to avoid harming the structures. Once we know what we're dealing with, I'll call it in. There goes our goddamn cut. This box is getting quite full, so let's take this to incinerate. Huzzah. Oh. Let's go get this corpse next. This head belongs to that corpse. Okay, hang on. So, I'm gonna just dump that in there. This is Dick Khan, a second Dick. Dick Khan. Beheaded, fell, dismembered, eviscerated, bisected, and possessed. Lovely, okay. Grab an arm while I'm at it. In the box. What's in the box? In the box. What's in the box today? It's your loved ones. I'm not spreading any footsteps. No? Okay. The legs can probably go in the box. Don't tip the box over, please. Okay, the legs cannot go in the box. No, surely the legs can go in the box. I've just got to get them in the right angle. Good enough. Let us go. And the torso and head can all go at once. There we go. Now, it does seem like we're making good progress with this. Dick Carnive already noted, so let's just add that to the pile. Because like, I've probably cleared half this area, right? Maybe more, but there is still whatever's down this way. We don't know how much map is down there. So I'm just going to try and clean up as much of this area as possible, which will be a lot of it. I've not seen anything that I can use to fix bullet holes, so it won't be everything. And then we'll go down there. Forley Thamely. Forley Thamely. You impact. I don't see any bullet holes. Your body's intact. You don't have a possessed face. So just impact, I think. Alright, let's get you to your... Damn it! Let's get you to your new forever home. There you go. You will remain there for the rest of your existence, which won't be long. Bucket can go. That's a mess. Dang it. And I do not like that this bucket is moving when I clean my mop, so I'm going to move it to a flat area that I hopefully won't kick it in. There we go. Not seeing any blood in this corner. Mr. Wilfred Dickens. Wilfred Dickens. Dissected, dismembered, not eviscerated, surprisingly. And that's a green possessed face. Yes, that face is very green. But I've picked up this torso and dropping it will spread blood, so... that spread some blood, damn it. Okay. Now I can go... possessed. There we go. What? Ooh, a shovel. Why? Oh, I am filling in. So I'm just shoveling this thing full of sand. Okay. Right. It is piling up. Yes. Safety first. Not like I can really feed it anything else before it throws it all up, I suppose. Takes a bit of time, but it is a big hole. The strange horror beast that just devours everything will soon be no more. Just cover it up and it won't be a problem. Is it still going? It's still moving, but I'm not noticing the sand. Oh, okay, sand is piling up more. Okay, movement has ceased. Horror beast has been dealt with. Just going to put that down. Oh, no, I do need the shovel. Please give shovel, because there is another thing that I will need to fill in. But now that that's dealt with, back to the task at hand. I don't have a box right now, so I might as well just carry it. It's 2 legs and a torso anyway, it won't take long. And I can just jump down without worrying about being devoured now. That's very nice. I see the random footprint there. I will clean it up in just a moment. Where am I? Here, okay. Footprint, erase. Oh, there's a whole blood stain there. Okay. My mouse sensitivity might be a bit high, considering I just swing around sometimes. Which is not just the game doing that. I have kind of twitchy hands, and sometimes I just twitch when I don't want to. So it makes precision movement a bit troublesome. Wilfred Dickens I already made a note of. Add that to the pile. As if everyone being more of a jerk than usual wasn't bad enough, now we've got some weird fucking sand tooth pit hole nightmare things coming out of the ground. Of course, I was the one tasked with fixing the problem. Like, what can I do about it? I'm just going to grab a shovel and then give the bastards a sandy lunch. I have a growing urge to push Greg into it. Haha, yes, yes. So that if there's a Greg on my list, there's not. Greg pushed eaten. Random piece of intestine. Ah. That's a flare, don't need to worry about that for the moment. Okay. So, as soon as I clear out... Why am I tracking blood? It wasn't until I came over here. Oh well. Once I clean that up, there we go. The top of the stairs and the outer area are now clear of corpse parts. Let's get rid of this bucket. So we now dealt with 2/3 of the starting area. We're progressing nicely, I'd say. Let's take a disposal bin down to the true starting room. This is going to take all of the random little bits and bobs. Box, come over here for a bit. Bud Gleamer. Bud Gleamer. Oops, that didn't start a new line. Oh, I'm at the... Okay. I've needed a second page now. Bud Gleamer. Beheaded. That's a possessed head as well. Bisected, dismembered, eviscerated. Dismembered, eviscerated. I don't know if that's an impact or not. It sort of looks like one, so I'll add it in anyway. Impact. Let's load you into the box. It seems like this box is going to be a one-person box. I don't think I'm going to fit anyone else in here. I sort of doubt I'm even going to fit the one in there. The torso might behave so long as I'm nice and slow. No sudden movements. It's behaving so far. There we go. Success. Oh. One person. Oh dear. Ah, lovely. Let's just clear some space so that I can bring out an actual box this time. And you know what? I'm going to make this the box, where this box will just stay here at the machine and receive any unpleasantness that comes out. So that can just sit there. Mop is dirty. Oh, and this machine's playing up too. Go take this to the box. Again! I should have known that the machines were playing too nice earlier on. They were just waiting, biding their time. Okay. You in the box. You in the box. Okay. Okay, let's get started on this region then. It's gonna take a while, I think. Oh, these are bullet holes. That was Mr. Gleamer's corpse. Mr. Gleamer, you were shot. Something is going seriously wrong. Okay, I've already read that. That was the code that got me out of this room. That looks kind of like drag marks. I think you were dragged. Who are you? Amy Ibrahid. Amy Ibrahid. Dragged, possessed by that face. Yep. You've got all your limbs. That is an entrail here though, so you were eviscerated. Lovely. Would you kindly go in the box? Thank you. Very nice. Pile up key code cards over there, and Bullet can just get out of the way. Oh dear. Did I knock over that bucket or did I just kick it? I did not knock it over. Okay. Let's get the blood bucket out of here before I knock it over. It will be a bad time if I kick it again. And while I'm up here with a clean mop, there we go. Continue loading bucket. Or bin, rather. Said bin probably won't take much, though, considering I've managed to stuff a whole corpse in there. Yeah, things, they slowly work their way down, so long as they're tiny little entrail bits. Let's just clean the stairs and then take that. What? Another bit of entrail. Hidden in the stairs. Okay. Time to get rid of this box. corpse say no? Shaking his head, doesn't want to go. Or her head, I don't know. Can't really tell. But everyone's gotta go in the incinerator. It is where you go. It's where you belong. I can put these pieces into a box. Let's real quick just clean up this blood. Why is there an empty bucket here? Yeah, yeet. No, okay. Bucket is heavy. No yeeting bucket. Let us grab bin. Oh, come on. Give me the arm. Come on. Arm. No. The arm. There we go. In the box. Very nasty, yes. But I am Space Janitor. This comes with the business. It's happening again. This is too many arms. Bob is making my job very difficult. There we go. Nice box for once. Let's clean that up before I step in it. There we go. Get a clean bucket so I have a nice mop to clean things with. Put bucket in a corner. Corners are always the best place to put your buckets. I don't know why I don't. Legs in. Oops. Legs in. Am I holding it by the foot? There we go. Legs in. Stop leaving footprints. There we go. Okay, please keep your legs inside them and right at all times. I don't think you had any arms to keep in. So, let's go. In you go. There we go. Thank you for riding with us. What else am I going to need to account for? This is a whole corpse. Remy Wilkes fell. So that's an impact and a fall, I think. Or maybe a drag? I think it's a fall because it's on stairs. This is indeed an entire ass corpse for Remy Wilkes. Remy Wilkes. Impact. Fall. Can I see your face? Yes. Is your face all spooky? Let me look at you. It isn't. You are not possessed. Congratulations. can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. And you go. Remy's ID tag I will bring over to my pile here. I'm making piles of those things because at some point I'll just bring a box through and collect all of them. William Schlott I've already seen. What did I just... Intestine! I'll just drop this one off at the box here. Let's take a box down as well, because I'm going to need it. What a mess. Let's get this all cleaned up. Oh, I'm spreading more mess. Okay. Help. Okay, fine, the light can stay down. It's going to start spreading more mess, I'm pretty sure. Might have been able to mop once more, but not worth it. Just keep the mop clean. That's going to be spreading more mess. Let's real quick just fill in this mouth. Let me get access to this zone a bit more safely, because if I'm stumbling around in the corners, I don't want to just trip into this mouth thing and die and have it throw goo all over the place. Like at this point I would think it would be safe, but I'm just going to keep going until I can't pile the sand up any higher. There we go. Okay. Whoever you are, I would very much like to get access to your ID tag so that I can work out who you were. That should be enough. Julia Haggard. Haven't I already seen her? I have. Okay. Into the pile. I don't know whose head this was, but it doesn't matter, I suppose. Box is a bit full. I think I can fit one arm in here. I can fit the second arm in. Right there. Just have to be careful with box transport. The giblets will settle themselves. There we go. The giblets have settled themselves. They're getting agitated again. Just let them settle. Let them settle. Well, it wasn't perfect, but I got most of the way. And in. There we go. Oh, okay. Let's get a clean mop before I clean that up. I do not want to just spread blood. There we go. Stack these buckets so I can just quick carry them. Bit of a risky choice to do that. Oh, I trod in the blood. But it was not a lot. If I messed that up and moved the wrong direction at all, that bucket would have just tipped over and spread blood everywhere. But I managed it. You can just sit here. You'll be secure there. Have to make sure you clean the roof as well, because there will be blood up there. Gamers don't look up, but this game wants you to. Oops. Let's get this torso out of here. And then I think there'll just be one more room of corpses before I try and find a way to open up the gate over there. Which I haven't actually seen a way to do. It's this door control, but it's locked and I have not seen a code for it. I hope nobody wrote the code in blood, because I might have just cleaned it up without seeing. I do think there's a way to... Yes, the rule of a lot of games is to look up, but gamers don't look up anyway. They just don't. It doesn't happen. Stairs need to be spick and span. Spotless. I don't think that space down there is an actual valid space, because I can't walk over that to there. Oh, there's a bucket up here. Okay, so this space is for crates, this space is for barrels, and this space is also for barrels? Why is there a blue barrel and yellow barrel spot? I guess yellow is for toxic waste barrels? Whatever. Christian Forsyth. Beheaded, dismembered, possessed. Christian Forsyth. Beheaded, dismembered, possessed. They, some would, Void. Sometimes you do find codes written in blood. And if, like, because someone's needed to leave the code behind for some reason, but they don't have anywhere to write it, so they just do. So you just need to make sure you don't erase it until you've used it. Since we broke into the main chamber, things have been getting really weird. One of the miners even killed himself with a drill. Worst part is, the bastard owed me money. Everyone who first broke through is going mad. Fortunately, I was slacking off when they did. Seems like God is on my side. Let's hope he stays there. The chief was also called in some sort of science team to take a look at the place. I gather he's not too happy about it. I'm pretty sure I've seen some guy in overalls sneaking around too. Okay, so a guy in overalls would be Bob. So this game has a character called Bob who is a janitor like yourself, or was, but went absolutely psycho and started killing people. Mr. Frank Weasel, possessed. No other harm. Frank Weasel. Since that's a whole corpse, let's just take it as is. Damn it. Running the corpse into things is probably spreading blood. Let's just try not to jostle it into too many surfaces. Okay, I don't see any blood here, that's nice. I do need a crate, or a bin, for the other corpse. Hello, this is for you. Oh, you were bisected, okay. Hang on. Christian Forsyth. Bisected. In box. In box. In the box. Good enough. Let's get rid of all this blood. And I think with that, there is nothing left on this side. Well, once this and that bucket get to... I'll come back for the legs. But once I've done cleaning up after that, there will be nothing left on this side of the gate that can cause further mess. Where did those legs fall out? There they are. And for all I know, this could be like the 1/3 completion check mark. I don't see a code. We might have to do this one the hard way. Hang on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hang on. 1, that flickered. 2, that flickered. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 flickered. Okay, so 1, 2. So the first, second, and sixth numbers are 1. So this is how you do the hacking in this game. You just enter numbers and this red area will flicker green when you enter the right number in the right place. So third, fourth, fifth. Fifth is a 2. Seventh, eighth, ninth. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ninth is a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth is a 4. Wait, no, third was a 2. Hang on. No, it wasn't. I suppose I can actually use the backspace to make this a bit easier. Okay, so that's a 0, then it's a 4, then a 2, not a 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Oh no, this is a 1. This is where a 1 goes. 3, no. What was that? If it isn't bleeding, why would it make blood everywhere it touches? That is an excellent question, and mostly just to make your life a living hell. Let's just assume that some god somewhere has cursed janitors everywhere to make them suffer. But yeah, this process of hacking can be a lot quicker if you just go through every number and see where that number needs to go. But my memory is trash, so we're going to take it slow and steady. Oops. Did I miss something? Oh, that was I missed 4. Of course. So that's 3, 6, 7. I think 8th was a 3? No. Okay, so that's a 5. 3. Oh, but now it's going to be... Okay, so is there anything that makes the last one flicker? Not 4. Not 5. Not 6. Not 7. Okay, 9 is the last number then. So what was it? 1, 1, 3? No. 0? 2? Nope. 3? 1, 1, 0, 4, 2, 1. Is that a 3? 5? 4. 3. 2. 5. 7. Nope. 6. 8. Hang on, how many have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is whatever goes before the 9. Three, 9. Oh, and that's just smeared everywhere. But I got it. The gate is open. We can now find out what sort of suffering is ahead of us. Why is there blood on top of this machine? Don't you dare. In. Give me a bucket. There we go. Ah, I'm an idiot. There we go. Okay, so onward to suffering, I suppose. So this was an average 2.5 hour map, right? We are now at 2 hours of stream, or we're a bit past, but I don't know when I actually started the map. Let's clear this blood so that I've got a bit more of a space that I can walk through to get in and out. I did see Rod Anderson. Bisected, dismembered, eviscerated. I don't think I can tell if he's possessed. Did I step in blood? I did. Okay, I think... Stop with the footprints. Okay, leave my bucket there, I think. Oh boy! Okay, let's bring the bucket further in. So there's the laser gun for fixing bullet holes. You were impaled, whoever you are. Agatha Wilkes. Agatha Wilkes. Impaled. When I grab you... Okay, you were also bisected. Bisected. Not possessed, though. Okay, it keeps going. That bucket is no longer of use. So we might have to stop the adventuring and just focus on cleaning our way in there so that we don't end up creating more mess. That sounds like a smart thing to do. So I'm gonna... First bucket, then bin, I think. Stop that. Naughty machine. Yes, I'm going to bring a bucket in there so that I can stop it. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Geez, the bin is going to need to be taken to the incinerator soon. There we go. Okay, take bucket in there so I can deal with any mishaps. Then I'll go get a bin to bring in. Because I've got to start here, I'm gonna leave. Well, that's a dangerous place to leave a bucket, even if it's clean. This works. I don't see an ID tag for this one. I guess we'll find out if there is one once I collect him. Oh, barrel. Right, that just happened. Let's take this out here so that I've got a bit more space, and I suppose let's just hope the rest of this guy isn't as stuck under the gate as the legs were. Let's clean that up. There we go. Thank you for cooperating, intestines. In. Aha. Edward Durstoff. Edward Durstoff. Beheaded, bisected, dismembered, eviscerated. Was not possessed. No, that head is too human looking. Not all green and zombie-like. Gonna check this, actually check this one in real quick, because I don't have anywhere nice to just pile it up. Footprint. Evil footprint. This torso needs to burn immediately. I have learned my lesson. Do not try to cram torsos into the bins. But the rest can go in here. Come on. Okay, let's stop being such a pansy and actually make a way to step in. Let's move the bucket to flat ground. There we go. Just makes it a bit easier to pile stuff in there than having it on an angle. Okay. Stay. Stay. What am I stuck on? Okay. Nice and steady. There we go. Got it. Let's get another crate before we go in there. This is quite the grisly bucket of limbs. Let's real quick just make sure I've actually mopped the inside of this. Doesn't make a difference now, but it'll save me from trying to work out where I'm missing some blood later. Oops. have dealt with Rod Anderson's file. Yes. In. Come on. In you go. There we go. This... Come on, we've barely got anything in there, right? It's gotta fit. Good enough. Bucket. And with that, the tunnel in here, into here rather, is as good as new. Ah dear. I say one moment that I've learned my lesson, and then the next, I'm loading another torso into the bucket. And just hoping that it stays there, but it never does. Never does. I'm an idiot. Let's find somewhere to pile these up. Even if it's just here by this box, just to let me get the things out of the way. Timothy Gunderson. Timothy Gunderson. I've not already had him? No. Beheaded. Possessed. Dismembered. Shot. I think those are slice marks, those blood sprays. Shot, sliced. No viscera, so not eviscerated. Okay. Where'd I put that down? There. Merlot Booth. Merlot Booth. Bisected, dismembered, eviscerated. And reveal the face. Possessed. You claim you were not possessed, but you were. Too bad. Merlot is giving hugs. He hopes to convince me not to burn him. But thus is the job of a janitor. Oh, right, need to actually write down that he was possessed. This is a separate corpse. Christian Hafjorm. I'm seeing repeats of some names, but I suppose they only have a limited list. Hafjorm. You were bisected, beheaded, dismembered, eviscerated, possessed. Beheaded, dismembered, eviscerated, possessed. Neither of you were shot. There's no bullet holes around. This little ledge has given me a real kickback. Let's move these to the pile real quick. try to keep things organised so I don't lose stuff. This is going to start dripping. Let us clean mop. Ah, and this is a dead end. So this is all there is left. Excellent. Stuart Fordeaux. Stuart Fordeaux. Dragged. Bisected. Eviscerated. Yes, possessed. Eviscerated, possessed. Okay. And Dr. Frankenwurst. Dr. Frankenwurst. Dismembered, bisected, eviscerated. Oops. Dismembered, bisected, eviscerated, beheaded, possessed. I want to say that looks like a slash or a slice spatter. Sliced. I'm not walking right now. This thing is walking for me. So this thing is possessing me. I'm going to toss it into here. It refuses. Incineration time for you then. Or... Okay, you do get a penalty for burning things that you're not meant to, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to leave a bit of a trail of blood, but that's alright. The evil possession thing will soon cease to exist. It's really working against me here. There we go. Okay, it has lost its control over me, and it's been burnt up. Lovely. I mean, there's probably something I can actually do with that thing, but I'm just going to do my duty and clean up anything that can cause a mess. I want to get to that corpse over there so that I can check your name. Mrs. Mildred Athalax. Mildred Athalax. Bisected, dismembered. I'm not seeing the extra limbs, so eaten. And come on, let me... Can't see the face clearly, so I'm going to presume not possessed. So pile this up, grab those two from the little tunnel. Let's... Oops, this mop is dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Just make sure I can move through here. There's Dr. Frankenwurst, and that one there is the other person. And then I think I still have to pile up the person that was impaled on the wall as well. Grab their ID. And I think after that I will have collected all the ID stuff. I don't see the ID. I might have already taken it in. Sounds reasonable, I suppose. Okay. So, gonna take this torso up and then bring a crate back in on the way down, so that I can just start cleaning up the collection. Okay. Thought I saw something sparkly there for a moment, but I think that's just how the fire looks. What? Physics? Oh. Okay. I don't remember who you were, but you've been bisected. Someone who was dismembered, beheaded, possessed, but not bisected. And shot. Here we go. Timothy Gunderson. You were also bisected. Very good. The shot part made it a lot easier to identify. Might need another bucket. Is that... Okay, I can clean my mop once more in that. Oops. And that water will be officially filthy. It will now make my mop dirtier when I try to clean in it. Oops. I should know better than to try and load legs into the buckets by now, but it's worked this time. Okay. So, take this bin out, bring another bin in, and go get another bucket as well. Damn you, legs! Okay, the mop was not yet so filthy that it was going to spread blood. That's good. It looks like the machine wanted to give me a hand. You know what? The bin is too full. It is time to replace it. Let us be very careful with this. If it goes everywhere, my day would be ruined. Okay. Need to go get a fresh bucket to start with. First. God damn it. This bucket can just go inside this, I think. No. This bucket can come up here to burn. Okay, this time. Fresh bucket into the mine, fresh bin into the mine, start the cleanup there. Bucket can sit here. This bucket needs to be binned before I spill it somewhere. Oh boy. And the bin. Thank you. What's that? Dynamite? Okay. Dynamite does not concern me. Legs. I'm going to learn from my past mistakes. These legs are not going in the bin. They are going straight to the incinerator. Because they like to dance and get out of the bins. Oh, there's the ID for this person. Agatha Wilkes. Your ID can be added to the pile. There we go. Lots of intestines. These are not fully formed legs, so they can stay. Individual legs can go in the bin. So long as it's not legs and I eat my words immediately. The physics just refused to let me have my day. Bucket was up here. Okay, individual legs and a pelvis with no legs should be fine. That shouldn't cause any problems. An arm, a head, and some intestines will not cause any problems, surely. This crate needs to sit on flat ground. That's about as flat as it gets in here. Okay, I can fit one more giblet into this bin. And now it is full. Let us be very, very careful, for we do not want to be throwing giblets into the distance. I have once seen a person launch a bit of viscera just outside of the map, and it did count as existing. Why? I should have known. The pelvis fucked me. Get in there. In. Bloody hell. Come on, grab this. In. In. Stuff does not want to go in past that bin. There we go. How many footsteps am I going to leave? None. Lovely. Need a fresh crate. I am getting so close. I'm going to be going over the 3-hour mark. At least a little, I think. Because I'm so close to done. I'm not going to call it quits here at this point. Even, well, I've got enough time left to clear up the bodies for sure. Probably enough to do things like stack crates and barrels. But I don't think I would have enough time to collect all the bullet casings if I went strictly for 3 hours, so I think we're going to go a bit over time. Legs do not go in crate. Legs do not go in crate. Just burn the legs. Get rid of them. There we go. Those legs will trouble me no more. Yeah, now this thing can probably safely eat a few entrails, right? There's an achievement for feeding 100 things too. Okay, at least take this torso. The big chunks that are inconvenient to stack, I think I want to try and feed to that thing. That way I can save a little bit of time with running back and forth. Okay, that's filthy water now. Looks like I'm about to be making a couple of trips regardless, because I'm going to need a fresh bucket and a fresh bin. Oh. I think it was the right idea to feed the torso to this thing. Because at least I don't have to carry carry that and have one extra trip for it. Okay, that's something that's not in the bin. Get in. There we go. This first, come back and bring a crate or a bin in, take the bucket out and then go get another bucket. That sounds about right. In. Damn it. Go get a bucket first, actually, because I'm going to want to clean up that blood stain while I take the dirty bucket to the incinerator. Clean bucket goes here. Dirty bucket. This. Wait. Oh, god damn it. I wasn't even moving that much when I dropped it. Okay. Take this bucket to the incinerator. Mop up this mess first so I don't step in it. There we go. And I need a new crate. Or bin or whatever. God damn it. No, give me the hand so I can put it in. There we go. And this thing spits out so many parts as well. Okay. Great. Here we go. Let's start by feeding... Oh, come on. I only fed you 2 things. Looks like it didn't cough them up though. That's nice. Take this bit of intestine over to the crate. Oops. This is going to take a bit longer than I thought. In fact, is there anywhere stable to put this bucket down? There's a bin here. How lovely. This works. Let's real quick just clear out all the viscera around the mouth. Getting closer. Oops. That's a filthy bucket now. Okay. I already need another one. Lovely, it actually gave me a bucket. So I think I'll try feeding the remaining torso and pelvis leg combinations to the mouth, just to make it a quicker clean. Don't have to run as many laps. Good, it has actually consumed that. Oh right, I need to clean this mop. Clean them up. There we go. Not too much more in this corner. And then there's just the dead-end tunnel over there. So I think that's the last piece of actual corpse over there. That's a filthy mop. Give me these. What's this? This ancient civilization is remarkable. Their architecture resonates with some paranormal energy, and based on the glyphs I've found so far, I believe I know the purpose of this temple. As we suspected, the temple and artifact was of great importance to the civilization that left it here. They made it not for worship, but to seal away something they feared. They built the temple to contain the power of the artifact and built stones to absorb its energies. Then they left, hoping none would ever return to release the built-up powers contained therein. What have we done? Cool. Okay. Might end up needing 1 or 2 more buckets. Can the beast eat just 1 torso and 1 set of legs? The torso it's taken. This is the last thing I will try to feed it. Yes! Okay, there are no more big parts left, so there's nothing else that I will need to feed it. The rest I can stack into the crates and be done with. One arm, 2 arm, red arm, blue arm. There's these 2 pieces of entrail. Oops. I don't know if the head will fit in the crate. I don't think it will. So I'm gonna That arm isn't going to stay either, apparently. But you will go in. Damn it. There. Okay, yeah. I don't think I can fit that head, so I'm going to just take this crate, and I'm not going to risk having the more throw up all the stuff I've fed to it. I'm just going to carry that head as its own trip. Actually, I can load this into the bucket. Ta-da! Da-da-da. And with this, there should be no more sources of blood in this map. This is a great moment. Gonna go get another bucket anyway, just to clean this mop, because there may be burn marks and such that I'll have to clean up, or there may just be stray pieces of blood. We are pretty much at the time I wanted to end though, so I'm going to make this real quick as much as possible. I need a crate for bullets, a crate for name tags. Let's do the name tags first. So, I think I had some name tags up here. Oh, there's a bucket of blood up here. That's nasty. So, 1 name tag. 2 name tag. Avoid blood bucket. Not bullets. Only taking name tags for this one because I'm just going to have to dump it out anyway. So since we're sort of running short on time, I suppose I'm not going to end up actually using all of the information that we've put together. I will show off what it's like. I'll do 1 or 2 maybe, but that will be all I do. And I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Do a quick run around to check. Yes, okay, what's this? My initial joy at our wondrous discovery has turned sour. Increasing reports of psychosis among the early diggers is leading to less and less progress on our research. People are getting scared, and even I have begun seeing things I cannot explain. I have chosen to ignore these problems and remain determined to uncover the secrets of this ancient alien artifact. Lara tells me she is close to unlocking its secrets. The others do not understand its importance. I must be wary of them. They must not stop what is to come. Cool. Let's just fill in this last more. Then I'll take the names out and put them in. Put name tags into machine. Collect and burn gun cartridges. I'll skip the process of filling in the bullet holes because it takes a bit of time. I suppose I'll skip stacking the boxes as well. That can take a while of running back and forth. You can unbury them. Nice. Okay. That is that. Name tags, bullets, and trash. I think that will do, and then we'll end after those. Do not burn the name tags. I just saw a name tag. What is this? Edward Durstoff. I thought I'd already put that in. Move this out of the way a bit more. There we go. Nice and quick process this part. There we go. Okay, that, and then bullets, bullet casings. And trash, which will include flares. And notes, I believe, as well. If you want to get the highest rating possible, you do have to count how many bullet casings you find. But that is a lot of work. So I'm just not going to do that. This is the tedious part. Like the part where you're dealing with all the corpses is the painful part, because it just takes so much to actually get it done. But this is the tedious part where you just have to slowly collect everything into bins, run around the map confirming that you've done it. The hard part is after you've done all that. Oh, don't clip into the ground, please. After you've done all that, you then have to... Come on, I can grab that, right? There, got it. No, come on. This. Then after you've done all the trash and everything, you then have to grab your sniffer out and search the whole area for any little blips. I think I've seen... Yes, the enlightening solar flare. I think I've seen 2 places that the first aid supplies need to be loaded into. One down this way, and I know that for sure that there's one up top. Was there a first aid thing down here? Oh, that's an entire wall of blood that I've forgotten about. There is no first aid thing down here. Okay. Real quick, fix all this. And that. Oh, I'm spreading more. Okay. We're already running over time, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to fix this real quick. Collect the shells, and that'll do. Trash. Collect the trash. Oops. There. That bin's going to be too full to fit more bullets in. Come on. Get that out of that corner. And that. Right, you get in there. Okay, this needs to go burn. So close. So close. Oh god, these bullets are so spread out. Just get that out of the way. Tell you what, as soon as this crate needs to be burned, I'll go check out as well, because we're already running over time. I don't want to take too long on this. If I were doing this purely on my own time, I would absolutely dedicate many hours to it. But for a stream, I want to try to keep things around the right length. Blood bucket, you will go in. There we go. There's a bunch of bullet shells down in the cave, but I think I'll just end here. Get in there. Okay, that I can't tolerate. Yeah, there are so many bullets. I think they number in like the hundreds or something in some maps. And you've got to go around fixing all the bullet holes as well. And when you make a mistake fixing the bullet hole, it makes a whole bunch of ash that burns all over the place, up the walls, across the ceiling. There's no end to it. sure I've not tracked any blood along here. And that'll do. Close the incinerator. Activate. Do some paperwork. Best day ever. Work method. So you, for these text entries, you get a better grading the more you put in there. More characters equals better, so I think full stops covering everything is the best efficiency. I have cleaned evenly. The checkboxes, it does not matter which you select. Except for this one. There were guns, AI, or aliens rather, corruption, enigmatic forces, deadly fauna, environmental hazards, homicide, and probably other. Personal account. Number of alien entities, presumed dead. 3, I have filled them in. Number of estimated spent shells, like 100 or something. Number of estimated bullet holes, like 75. Estimated items incinerated, let's say 1,000. Peer report. Union report, nothing. Okay, Maurice Frou-Frou. So I'm going to fill in 2 of these just to show. So, bisected, dismembered, eviscerated, sliced, impact. Eviscerated. Was he beheaded? No. Dismembered. My memory is so trash. Maurice, bisected, dismembered, eviscerated, sliced, impact. Bisected, sliced, impact. Bisected, sliced, impact. Halved, that's the thing. State of cadaver. Dignity shown, utmost dignity. Method of removal, incinerated. Incident report. Okay, so just the one should be enough to demonstrate that's what that's like. There's a lot of those, so I'm not going to bother. WTF 12. So doing all of those gets you a higher completion percentage. Accurate numbers here improve your rating. Putting anything in the union report section decreases your completion rating or evaluation. And I'm going to clock off there. So we will have a look at my evaluation for that. It won't be great. I got demoted. Returned after doing the barest minimum. Decide to crack open a fat man and watch some alien porn on your Bitterman 500. So, that was Unearthly Excavation. I mean, 86% completion. Took 3 hours to do. So yeah, that was a 2.5 hour estimate, took me 3 hours. report accuracy 62%, death report and reports accuracy 2%, incident severity and that don't matter. There's no indication of whether the incident particulars were accurate, or what was or wasn't accurate, rather. So 62% report accuracy. I would have had some of these particulars wrong, I suppose. There probably was suicide. I didn't list that because there was the one guy that was corrupted and jumped into the feeding into the mouth. I don't know if those mouths counted as one alien deceased or if none of them actually counted as deceased. Maybe me filling them in didn't do anything. And then these three numbers all would have been very wrong. And of course I only got 2% death report accuracy because I only filled in one of them. But yeah, so that is Viscera cleanup detail. 3 hours for 86% completion isn't too bad. You do find random things around after a mission. So, official notice saying that I've been, or giving me a warning to shape up in the future, and the penalties that I'm suffering that aren't actual penalties, there's no effect. Let's see. Trash a hazard. So, this one would mean that there was garbage left around that I didn't find, which for sure, since I didn't clean up inside the cave. Just someone that decided to send me hate mail for no reason. The pack is a lie, so so there was another first aid kit that I didn't fill in. Sanitation protocol stinks. There was a piece of viscera that I didn't find. There was a bucket left around somewhere that I didn't find. Bullet casings. Blood. Bullet holes. Disposal bins. So yeah, you see pretty much everything that you can miss. They give you those. So this was Bob's room, or I guess Bob's toilet or something. Don't mind that. He's just a bit of a mass murderer. Here's the disposal hole for the room. I'm pretty sure there are other secrets around. Like, you can find... Yeah, you can see that there's a door behind those. And this you would just have to do the hacking thing. It's only a 4-number code. Okay, so 2 is 3. 4 is 5. 3 is 8, so something 385. 0385. Glorious. So yeah, there's stuff. I need to find some sort of key for this, I guess. Yeah. You'll also find stuff in levels, notes that Bob's written, and you need to actually collect those and bring them all to a specific level to unlock something else. But that is for another day. So, if I hit... Lovely, okay. So, change to that so that I can actually tab out of the game. I am going to, real quick, see if there's anyone else streaming Viscera cleanup detail. Viscera cleanup detail. There is somebody. Let's have a quick look. Hang on, do that. Alright, yes, this is a good option, so /raid. Okay, so we are going to raid Carabine Sweet. Seems like a VTuber who is some sort of slime. He's playing this with some friends. And we will raid with just the message, Dogpile. Thank you very much for being with me here today. Had plenty of fun. It's nice to have someone active in the chat as well. Get a bit of a chat going. And yeah, player, we should play it together sometime. So I'm going to activate the raid. You have a good day/night/whatever it is for you. Goodbye.